begin, we would like to acknowledge that we live, learn, and research in the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Musqueam First Nations peoples. Hello, Mr. Martin Taylor. 1 in 3 professional service businesses fail in their first year of operating. So to set you up for success, we've developed 3 recommendations for eco-based consulting. These recommendations together will increase your billable hours, grow your client base, and significantly improve your efficiency. So let's get into the first recommendation.
Currently, every client meeting on the mainland will cost you 7 hours of travel time and over $11,000 a year out of pocket. This is an unnecessary constraint that's severely reducing your billable capacity by 80%. Your home office is located on Salt Spring Island, but most of your clientele are located on the mainland. And thus, our first recommendation is to rent a 1-bedroom condo at the amazing Brentwood in central Burnaby at around $2,300 per month at 4 days a week from Monday through Thursday. This will turn out our annual cost to be around $16,000, which will be recorded as a business operating expense. Now, one might wonder why it is worth to spend this much money.
With this Vancouver base, you can reduce ferry commutes to just once a week. Your annual travel bill drops from a projected $11,000 to just under $7,000. More importantly, you can finally reclaim those lost workdays. Research from Service Performance Insight confirms that increasing consultant utilization is one of the most effective ways to improve profitability and service delivery for consulting firms. You will be able to return to 100% of your initial projected billable hours immediately. This implementation contains low risk and high financial returns. But with these extra billable hours, we need to increase our client base.
Mr. Taylor, we are aware of your commitment to environmental justice, and so we wanted to build on this with a revenue-generating strategy that also gives back to the community. Indigenous environmental consulting is one of the fastest-growing segments in British Columbia, and so our recommendation is reaching out to Tsawwassen First Nations peoples located in Delta about 30 minutes away from the proposed Brentwood base. They manage their own land and resource decisions, meaning they have a real and recurring demand for environmental consulting. And so our recommendation is that you offer a pro bono engagement capped at 20 hours with a letter of agreement protecting both parties.
The Indigenous Consulting Network in BC is close-knit. Nations communicate regularly and turn to each other when seeking technical partners. The credible engagement with TFN creates a documented case study that opens doors to other nearby nations while also working on environmental stewardships. That includes Cowichan, Nanaimo, and Tsleil-Waututh. Research shows that referrals are the single most powerful marketing tool for professional service firms like EcoBiz.
Right now, Mr. Taylor, you handle all your phone calls on your personal cell phone. Check all your emails and schedule your own meetings. Research from the Commerce Institute shows that professionals are 28% more likely to make errors after interruptions like phone calls or emails. Our third and final recommendation is to hire a part-time junior analyst, preferably a 3rd or 4th year university student in environmental science or business who works 20 hours per week. They handle data collection, regulatory research, and all administrative tasks. This will allow you to focus on maximizing your billable hours instead of wasting time drafting emails. Less distractions means higher productivity for you and higher consistency for EcoBase.
Fortunately, you are eligible for up to 7,000 in wage subsidies by Canada's Employment and Social Development Program, which took the first year cost of a junior analyst to slightly over $10,000. We also recommend incorporating DEI practices into the hiring process and attending Indigenous career fairs at UBC and UBC.
Mr. Taylor, these 3 recommendations are designed to work together.
The Brentwood base puts you physically closer to your clients.
The pro bono work strengthens your credibility and sets you up for future referrals.
The junior analyst frees you from unnecessary tasks and allows you to focus on consulting work.
And so when these 3 work together, we will ensure that when 1 in 3 small firms fail, EcoBase will be one of the few to truly stand out and lead within the space.